Previously on Do Dragons Dream of Scorched Sheep, myself, Calbo, and Capri snuck into Saidro Goodson's manor to search for the Heart of Horus. After having a good rummage around the dungeons, we found our way onto a balcony full of trinkets and valuable items. Sensing danger, we managed to avoid the traps and were treated to some wonderful acrobatics from Calbo. We ventured on and helped free a human named Millicent from the dungeons. Onwards we went until we found the Heart of Horus. Upon lifting this, Capri experienced some flashbacks, memories of a life she knew not of. It was then that the stone dragon in the center came to life, and we fought it in glorious combat. Our friend Millicent's big pink dildo finished the final blow. After the fight, Millicent showed us the deck of many things, where she wished her family back to life, but was instead sent to the void. It was at this moment we realized we actually had no way out.
Adventure waits someday every roll, fighting for our mortal souls through mountains high and dungeons deep, to Dragon's Dream of Scorched Sheep. To Dragon's Dream of Scorched Sheep.
Welcome everybody to Do Dragon's Dream of Scorched Sheep. As usual, my name is Gadget and I'll be your DM for the evening. And joining me this week, as Capri Smitty, it's Candy Machine.
Hello.
As Stigveld, it is Stig.
Hello.
As Calbo Greymerkin, it is Biggie.
Oi, it's Biggie!
Listen to Modern Escapism to understand that gag. and back from the dead, it is playing treble or clef Oodles.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Hello there. Yes, I'm back. Yay!
Yay!
Thanks for
Party is
covering.
reunited. Well, sort of. As Stig so ably recalled, last time the heist went about as well as it could with this lot. They rescued Millicent, they jumped over some chandeliers, they killed a dragon
No,
with
we
a sex
fucked
toy.
a dragon.
Yeah.
Yes, literally and figuratively. And then as they were leaving Saidro Goodson's little collection, they realised that Quattro had not given them a way out. But before we get back to them, we're going to scroll back a couple of hours here because we need to find out what Quattro did with Treble. So we're going to go back to the point where the party got into the crate to be taken towards Saidro's collection. And they all climb into the crate. There is some grumbling, some mumbling, despite the size of the crate and the availability of alcohol inside it. But Quattro hammers it shut. And then he kind of tips the guard, who goes, "Oh, thank you, sir," who then gets on the cart and starts to take it towards the warehouse. And Quattro walks back out onto the bridge at Movis, taking in the cold night air and smiling to himself. And then he walks down the bridge into the next guardhouse, passes through another guard that he happens to have on the payroll, tossing him just a little bit of a silver piece there, just to let him pass without question. And he walks down a set of stairs, round and round and round, till he reaches the catacombs. And he opens a door, walks into a largish room where half of it is kind of closed off with metal bars, and sleeping on the bed there, under a sleep spell, is one Treble O'Clef. He walks up to the grate, takes the end of his rapier out of its scabbard, and just uses the handle to tap on the bars. Wake up, brother, wake up.
Oh, what a marvellous dream.
What was it to dream about?
Ice cream.
Ice cream, oh. I thought you were lactose intolerant.
Yes, that's why I have to dream about it.
Oh. Oh well. I can go and have ice cream, you realise. But anyway, that's besides the point.
Where am I?
Well, you're safe, is where you are.
I was safe last time I fell asleep.
No, you were about to go and do something stupid.
Refresh my memory. The heist? Am I late? I'm late.
Well, the heist is happening sort of now.
You cur. Why?
Well, you see, I wasn't entirely honest with them.
Oh no, not you. Go on.
Well, okay. So the Heart of Horus is here. It does exist.
Mm-hmm.
But the buyer offered 100,000 gold for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, I could give up a lot of gold to you lot, or I could just half it with you.
Oh, Quattro, menace.
And also, well, you see, didn't want you to get into any bother, you see. You know, the Heart of Horus being an arcane focus the way it is.
Oh, yes.
It can hold magic, it can amplify magic, all that bullshit that I told you last time, yes?
Yes.
Well, the thing is, it's currently being used.
What? By whom?
Well, by Saidro. It's holding the last copper dragon in a petrify spell.
Dragon?
Yes, dragon. You know, those things that haven't existed for many years. Well, Saidro found one.
Holy. I need to go. Tell me where they are.
They're in Saidro's house. They're going to be doing this heist, and I predict that if we just sit here and drink merrily until the morning, we can just pop in and we can get the heart quite happily.
I don't predict that. You're an idiot. I was right to not trust you. They're my friends. I mean, don't tell them that, but they're my friends. We need to go.
What?
Show me where they are. Now, brother.
What use have you got for friends? You've got your brother. And think of it, with this money, we could go and we could really make Stanza jealous. She doesn't have this kind of money.
How much money?
Well, it would be 50-50, 50,000 gold each. Be enough to buy back the family estate.
No, never, no. No, I can't do it. I can't do it.
That is a shame.
Where's my gear? Where's my stuff?
Oh, it's over here on the table. And he just kind of points over to a table, and your pack and your weapons and your Luna loot. They're just laid quite neatly on there. Like there's not been a struggle here. He's just taken you down to the room, and he's been quite respectful of your things, despite throwing you into a cage.
Yes. Right. So what Treble does? He stands up, grabs his rapier, points it at his brother's neck.
No. The table is on the other side of the bar, Steve.
He doesn't do that.
Unless you have the force.
No, not quite. Not quite. You've got me at an impasse here, brother. You know I do like money, but I made a promise. Especially to Stigveld, the big one. I would get him home. And...
Well, I mean, you know, once the dragon's dealt with them, it's kind of academic, really, isn't it? You wouldn't be breaking your promise.
You heartless bastard. No.
Wealthy bastard.
I can't do it.
I think he'll change your mind. And he takes off the pouch that's sitting around here and he kind of tosses it through the bars towards you. Here, there's some bread and some other accoutrements in here.
You're not leaving me here.
Think on it. I will come back for you in the morning.
You fucking bastard.
Now. Don't use language. You know Mother disapproves.
Get out of my sight.
I shall be back. And he blows you a kiss, he bows, and he walks out the room.
Prick.
And as the door closes, you sneeze.
Choo! Oh, God. Huh?
You hear a little bit of a rustle. Roll me an investigation check, Treble.
Okay. Roll. 17. You look
at the bag and you see that the bag on the front has two kind of pouches on it, and one of them looks a little bit wrong.
Wait a second. Can I use my talk to animals? I've got one left.
You can use your talk to animals.
I've got one left. Unless that counted as a rest.
No, that was a full. You've been asleep for 18 hours. You've had a full rest.
So I've got all 4 of them back then. That's fine.
You've got all 4 of your spell slots.
Yes,
back,
yes. So I'm going to use talk to animals.
Yes.
Cat, is that you?
Maybe.
Get out of here, you bugger.
And he kind of just hops up from the bag and just hops up onto the bed and stares at you.
Well, you're in quite the pickle.
Well, it looks like we both are. We've been duped. I told him not to trust him with all his gifts and his sexual mannerisms.
Yes, he is rather attractive. I think Capri has a problem.
Yeah, you're telling me we need to get out of here now. Can you turn into a key?
No.
Oh, shit. You need to go. You need to do something, Cat. I am stuck.
So Proserpine hops off the bed and over towards the table, and he kind of sniffs around your bag, and he goes,
You don't have any lockpicks here, do you?
Nope. I'm not a thief.
and he just,
Okay. I'm going to do you a kindness.
Okay.
and he takes the hilt of your blade in his mouth, and he drags it off the table. And
That's a pathetic sight to see.
And he's a cat. Think how long a rapier is.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he drags it off the table through the bars, and he goes, and he just drops it. He goes,
If he comes back, maybe go for him.
Good
I'm
idea.
going to go look for a key.
Good idea. Well done, cat. Thank you.
and he walks back out the bars, and the door has been left kind of a little bit open, so he kind of slinks out, and you hear his paws like tap 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 into the darkness. And as Proserpine walks looking for a key, his eyes start to glow, and we skip back to the party in the warehouse. Capri, you feel a little scratching in the back of your head as your patron is communicating what Quattro has said.
Oh, what? Hang on, wait. It's trouble. He's in trouble. Quattro's double-crossed him. We need to get out really quick. Right, we need to come out with a plan, guys. We need to go now.
I'm not surprised.
Need to find a way out. I don't see any windows or doors here.
So just to remind you all, the room is kind of an oblong shape. There are racks of crates. There is a small kind of kitchenette area in the northeast corner, and on the southeast corner is the large crate that you all appeared in on a kind of a raised up wooden platform with a very much sealed gate behind it.
I think we need to investigate that gate.
So if you want to roll me an investigation check, Capri.
Oh, double bastard. 7.
Boy,
Double
how that's a
bastard.
gate. It's definitely a gate. It might be the gatiest gate you've ever seen.
10 out of 10. We'll gate again.
Absolutely.
I may still be hungover.
Top score on Gate TripAdvisor.
Can I investigate the gate?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
I've got shit investigation. Can I intimidate it instead?
Stop being a gate.
Open up now.
Although you
If
are
you-
a good gate.
If you can roll me a natural 20 on an intimidation check, you can scare the gate open.
19.
No.
19
Okay.
investigation.
Yeah, we'll count the 19 for investigation. So for an investigation check, you put your hand on the gate. It's made of kind of a very ancient thick oak. It's very, very heavy. It's going to take an incredible amount of force to burst through this. On the other side of the gate, like as you push it, you can feel that it's basically barred from the outside. It wouldn't be impossible to get through it, but it would be difficult.
He did throw a bear once.
Did throw a bear once.
I'm quite big. Surely I can help.
Maybe we could. I'll give it a good go. Good old strength roll. Let's see if we can bust open this gate. Everyone, get together and try.
Okay, so all three of you roll a strength check for me. I have a combined score in my head for what you would need to burst through it.
I get my plus stars. I get +4.
Yeah, you get your bonuses.
I got 3.
14.
Do you really
Calvo?
want my score?
Yes.
21, bitches.
Oh yes.
Ooh.
You're 21.
The rest of us probably
18 plus 3.
18 plus 3. So it was 21 plus
3.
14. Plus 14.
No, you didn't get it. You all push on the door, and you push hard, and it's kind of like
Always push
flexing as you're pushing, and it's
What's the
making
number
it
you were thinking? 40.
50.
Ah. That's a high one.
Yeah.
How could 3 of us even get 50?
20 and a 10.
Yeah. My maths just went out the window then for a second.
Oh, don't worry. Mine have never been in the room.
But so you're pushing and pushing and kind of banging on the door and pushing forward. Can one of you roll me a perception check?
I'll do that. Yeah, it's definitely still a gate. It's a 2.
Well, this is a perception check. So as you're all kind of pushing and banging and clanging, all of a sudden the door bangs back. Who's in there? You did not hear him walking up.
Oh no.
Is he he's not on the other side of the gate. He's on the.
He's basically on the outside
of the gate. Yeah. Squeak, squeak.
Roll me a deception. If you're going to try that, you're going to have to roll me a fucking deception.
You are not a rat.
I'm a very good rat. 18 plus.
That's a very good rat.
Plus 4, so 22.
It's the biggest rat they've ever seen.
Squeak, squeak.
And the voice on the outside, oh, for fuck's sake. And you hear him kind of turn to the side and shout, Grayson, get the fire. We've got the big rats again.
The big rats.
So, while you are wondering what's now going to happen, we're going to skip back to Treble.
Which one of these episodes is it?
A little bit until you eventually meet up, hopefully. You never know.
You never know.
And Treble, you are sat in your cell. You have your sword now on you.
If I have hid it under myself. Is there a bed? Am I on a bed?
Yeah. You see,
it's
you
under
sat
the
on
bed.
the bed. It's under the bed.
Yes.
Just think of it like a normal kind of like a cot bed.
Yeah, like an army bed, barracks bed.
Yeah.
Type thing.
You hear a scraping sound, and you see Proserpine kind of coming back in, pulling what looks like a crowbar. It's not really a crowbar. It's like a length of thin metal.
Cat, what have you got?
And he kind of pulls it through the bars and drops it in front of you.
Oh.
See if you can do something with this.
Do you know how big I am?
Bigger than me.
That's true. Okay, let's have a look. Let me have a look at this gate here. If only I had someone that could destroy a gate with me.
Well, you're stuck with me.
Yes, okay. Could you morph into a big ogre?
And he thinks about it for a second, and then he morphs into a very small ogre.
Ah,
I can't get bigger.
Okay, that's still pretty cool. I like that. You look good.
I think.
Okay.
And he goes back to Cat.
Yeah, so I go to the gate. I'm going to have to do a little investigation check, aren't I?
Yeah, so if you roll me an investigation check.
Okay, roly-poly. 12 plus 2, 14.
So 14 will get you. You look at the gate, and the gate is just like a standard kind of jail cell gate. You can see it's got a lock that you're not entirely sure you could pick even if you had the right tools for it. But you notice that this has obviously been a very quickly put together catacomb dungeon kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the gate's hinges are basically tube and cylinder ones. Where basically the door is hung down on the hinges.
Yeah. Okay. Right, Cat, stand back. I'm going to try and use this bar to break the hinges.
And Proserpine hops up onto the bed and just lies down, just watching, waiting, seeing what happens.
So what kind of check do I have to do for this?
So you are going to have to roll me a strength check.
MacGyver check.
Okay. So that's 15 plus 1, 16.
16. Okay, so you.
Oh, sorry, 17. I'm bad at maths. It's because I'm using the app now, and it actually gives you a total at the bottom.
Oh yeah,
So 17.
Okay, so you take that piece of metal that Proserpine brought to you, and you kind of push it under the door, and you put your foot against it, and you lever it back over your foot.
Yeah, I'm quite dense as a halfling. That's cool. I've got good.
You said it.
Center of gravity, not mentally dense.
And you push down, and you see the kind of the gate is lifting on the hinge slightly.
You had to lift it off. Okay. Right. Cat, come here.
And he hops down.
What is it?
I know you can't get bigger, but can you be something heavy?
He sits and thinks for a moment. He goes,
Have you tried?
Yeah, I can do that.
Jump on the end of this bar with me.
So he jumps onto the bar.
What does he become?
And he kind of, you see him kind of start to ripple, and he becomes a kind of a silver square.
Ooh.
Silver cube, rather.
Yeah.
And then, because you're levering over your foot, you suddenly feel the weight start to increase.
Yes.
As he focuses all of his kind of arcane and celestial energy onto becoming denser and denser and denser.
Yeah, like a mass, like a black hole.
Yeah, you also start feeling like a lot of heat radiating off him, and he starts to glow gently. But give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. You're getting hot. 17. Again. Yes.
17. You manage to hold on. You're sweating down one side of your face that's closest to the prosecube, as we're going to call him.
Yeah, prosecube.
But after a few seconds, there's a clang, a snap, and the door flies off. And Proserpine hits the ground, cracking the tile underneath him.
Huzzah! We've done it, cat!
Before turning back into the cat. As he turns back into the cat, the heat has stayed with him, and his fur is on end.
Achoo! Oh, you're scalding hot.
Well, that's what they say about me.
Right, we need to go, but stay a few paces behind me because you're going to make me sneeze.
Okay, now roll me a perception check.
Oh, for fuck's sake. 10 in total. Not very
Okay, and as you leave the cell, the door opens and Quattro walks back in. Brother,
hello. Stretching me out my old legs. And then I whack him with that stick. That metal thing I've got. Round the head. I'm not fucking about.
Okay. Roll me an attack to hit. It's not, and you don't get the bonuses to go with your sword. Treat this as if it's an unarmed strike.
18.
Fucking hell. Yeah, that hits him.
Conks him out, yeah?
Give me some damage.
Damage. What dice do you want me to roll?
Unarmed strike, so that would be
4d4.
Yeah, d4.
Okay. 3.
So you do 3 damage to him. and he just kind of comes over and his hair kind of flicks out of place. He's like, "Oh, that wasn't very nice. You're going to ruin
You're
everything."
Not very nice.
And he pulls his rapier. Come on then, on guard.
Okay, and I pull mine out. On guard indeed, brother.
Okay, so we are rolling for a fight here. So roll me a d20. And we'll see what initiative order.
Can you put the Jewel of Fates in as well?
4. Okay, so Quattro goes first. So he is going to lunge at you with his rapier. Which he is getting a 20. Not natural 20, but just a 20.
He has hit.
He is hit, and he is going to roll damage on you. And he gets a 4. So he just kind of lunges forward and stabs you in the shoulder. Brother, don't be a dick.
Ow! You ass. Have at you, brother.
I'm just going to put the Dragon Quest music into this edit.
Yeah, you are.
I forgot we've got 2 weebs on here now.
18 in total.
18 that hits, yeah.
And the damage.
Do some damage, yeah.
Is going to be. I'm going to use. So rapier's a d6 on mine, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Okay, let's go. 5 plus 6 in total.
6 in total. Oh, this is going to be some back and forth here. He is going to roll a dexterity check.
Because I don't want to really kill him. I want to go. I'm going for his legs and his arms. You know what I mean? Slide.
Right. Okay.
I don't want to kill the man.
Well, unfortunately, I forgot to give him some
killed
spells. Unfortunately, I forgot to give him some spells, so he is purely a melee bard right now.
Oh, he's a melee bard.
So I guess he's just going to have to just go for you again with the rapier. Which he gets a 9 plus 14.
Oh, I'm a 13 armor class. He's hit. He's hit.
He's hit, yeah. So
yeah.
That is 8 piercing damage as he kind
you
of
swine.
As he jumps towards the table and jumps off, stabbing you in the shoulder again. Again, he's not trying to kill you either.
Yeah,
he's trying to stop you.
You fucking cur. Right, come here.
Bring it on, brother.
Right. Yes, a 20.
Natural 20?
I've hit him.
Fucking hell. Okay, give me some damage then.
D6. 5.
5 damage. Oh, it's a waste of 20 that if you only get 5 damage.
I know. It's my little shitty rapier, though. It doesn't do much. It wouldn't even hurt a human.
Just out of
True.
interest, what's Proserpine doing during all of this?
Licking its paws, probably.
Eating popcorn. I don't know, he's just watching. Proserpine doesn't get involved with combat.
Oh no,
Useless.
he's just probably just sat there thinking,
Look at these idiots.
Yeah, he's just sat there waiting. No, in fact, what he's doing, Capri, you can feel that scratch in your head, and you're getting a play-by-play from him, commentary and everything.
You can even hear the theme tune.
yeah, she's like, oh, he's wondering why Trevor's wandering around going, da, 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 da.
Bad's gonna bad, baby.
So,
I wonder if he's got similar HP to me. I don't know. I don't want to guess because I don't want to kill him. I need to.
what I'll say is he is your older brother.
Yeah, so I reckon.
So think of it that way.
Yeah, I thought so.
So he's going to try and attack you again. In fact, no. What he's going to do is he's going to try and do a strength attack.
Little
So
bastard.
we're going to count this as an unarmed strike. 'Cause he's going to try and push you back into the cell. So that is. Oh, that's a 12.
Ah, you didn't hit.
Didn't hit. So he just kind of like goes to try and push you backwards and kind of misses. And Proserpine's eyes are just glowing as he's kind of relaying all of this.
Get off me, you
Capri.
tart.
Oh, come on. Just be cool for once in your stupid life, you fool. We could be rich.
Shut up. Cutting words I'm going to use.
Uh-oh.
So, as a reaction when a creature that's not immune to being charmed, you can see within 60 feet, makes an attack roll, ability check, or damage roll, you can expend 1 use of a bardic inspiration, roll the die and subtract the number from the creature's roll. You can do so after the roll, but before knowing there's some basically putting him at a massive disadvantage.
Well, why? You already missed.
He missed. Oh, yeah, that's true. Forget that then.
Yeah, we won't use that. Use cutting words for when something
It
hits.
sounded really good, though.
Didn't it? I just don't want to use my fairy fire on him.
That just highlights him, doesn't it?
Thunderwave.
I don't want to do my thunder wave. Yeah, that's the one. Saying that,
Might knock him out. Just give him a little electrical blast.
that's it. I'm gonna do it. Brother, you've annoyed me. This is it. My ultimate Kamehameha. My thunder wave. My ultimate attack.
Oh my god, you're such a weeb.
Oh, shut up. Thunder, 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 wave. I've got a roll now for it.
You do. You'll be amazed if you miss this.
Oh no.
Did you get a natural 1?
I got a natural 1. Thunder wave went nowhere.
Just used it on yourself.
It just zapped the room.
You hold your hand out and you cast Thunderwave, but because of all the metal in the room, you just shock the bars.
I forgot about physics.
And Quattro just stands there and goes, was that meant to happen?
Yes. It's an intimidation tactic.
And then he rolls a natural 1 trying to hit you, and he lunges forward. These are some crap bards.
We are the most pathetic creatures in the world.
He lunges forward, and hang on, I need to roll on the natural 1 chart.
Makes me look like Jackie Chan.
He lunges forward to get you, trips over his own feet, and head plants the bars.
Excellent. So,
Which means he takes a d4 of damage.
good. While he's there,
Which is a 3.
I want to roll for an unarmed strike and bear hug him and tackle him and like try and convince him to back down.
Okay, so for that roll me an unarmed strike.
Yep, which is a d4. Oh, I've got to do if I've hit him yet, haven't I?
We're not going to go for damage here. We're going to just see if you hit him.
Oh, 17.
17. Okay, so you hit him. So now roll me we're going to roll opposed strength checks.
Yes.
And if it helps, Quattro has a +0 to strength.
Oh, I've got a +1. Okay.
Okay, so just roll a d20.
Okay.
What did you get?
12.
11. So you grab onto him and hold him tight. Let go of me.
Stop this, bro. Just trust me. This is it. I need to go and rescue them. I don't care about your wealth anymore. This is done. This is over. Get in that cell. I know it's broken, but get in it anyway.
And at this point, Proserpine is just bored of this, and the eyes glow a different colour now, and he lifts Quattro up, and Quattro, what is going on?
This is my ultimate attack, Quattro. I'm doing this to you. Trying to scare him.
And you can take this opportunity to run away while Proserpine has him kind of held up.
Oh, look at that! Phew, gone.
And we'll assume you grab your bag and all that as you leave.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's out of there.
So, you...
I still don't know where I'm running to, though. I didn't ask.
No, you didn't. So you
ask
run out.
somebody.
You run out, and you know you're in catacombs, so you assume you have to go up.
Yes. I'm going to go up.
So you run up, and you blast through the bribed guard, who just doesn't really pay you any mind. It's just another halfling
You
as
just
far
think
as
Sam
he's concerned.
Quattro.
And you come out onto the bridge outside
God,
of the
right.
the posh out. No, it's the middle of the night.
It's the middle of the night.
That's one brag
Give me a
move.
chance to finish describing things before you react. You burst out onto the bridge that leads into the posh area, the raised up posh area of Movis, and you realise you have no idea where they are.
Oh shit. Okay. Right. Is there any guards near me?
No, it's the middle of the night. You can see guards at the very far end of the bridge, like furthest away, as if you were leaving the city. But it's very sparsely
I
populated.
know that they are in some geezer's house. I can't remember the guy's name. Right. I want to walk to the first person that lives locally.
Okay. Yeah. You see. You see a young couple who are just stood on the bridge, just kind of like looking out over the old town.
Hello there.
Hello, how are you? This kind of tiefling turns around. He's a very posh-looking man with very fine clothes on. How are you, sir?
I'm very fine this evening. Look at you, an absolute visage of quality and kindness. I do need a bit of help.
Well, that's what I'm here for. I'm the mayor.
Oh!
It's lovely to meet you, Saidro Goodson. I don't believe I recognize you.
Oh.
You're dressed rather lovely. I would expect to have seen you around the posh area.
Oh, yeah. I just, it's like one too many ales. Saidro Goodson, you're the man I'm looking for.
Oh, really? How marvellous.
I've been
what
told,
fortuitous timing.
I've been told you throw the most decadent parties.
Well, I mean, I have had more STDs than any man alive.
Okay. Well, I've also got my STD book as well. Anyway.
Challenge accepted.
I was about to go back to my bed and breakfast, but if you guys fancy a nightcap at your abode, that would be much advantageous to me.
The woman that he's with looks you up and down. It's painfully obvious that she's a prostitute.
Hello there.
Hello. You look wealthy.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And Saidro kind of like rolls his tongue around his teeth under his lips and goes, yes. What do you say, darling? How much more to add him? And she whispers in his ears.
Like I'm a bit of a menu.
Yeah. And she whispers in his ear and he goes, oh, yes, we can easily afford that. Come along, little one.
Let's go! Woo! Fade to black.
Yes, fade to black. So back in the warehouse, you can hear the three of you outside can hear a group of guards have appeared outside and they're starting to get orders to each other. It says, right, remember the last time? They're big and nasty, huge teeth. Don't let them bite you.
Still on about those big rats.
Yeah. As far as they're concerned, there's giant rats in there.
Right, let's hide in the box. Trying to avoid a fight.
Yeah.
And disguise yourself as a guard just in case.
I was going to say, can I use disguise self to...
Absolutely you can.
Oh, I'm still stealthed as well.
I'm going to use disguise
Yes,
self.
you see, your stealth potion is still working. So you get a +10 on your stealth checks. What I would recommend is you possibly throw Calbo out of a window. But,
Let's just hide back in the box for now. Just then they come in, we can maybe sneak out and out the door. So.
Okay, so...
just to make you aware, before I continue as well, Treble believes that you guys are obviously at his house. He means well. I just want you to know this.
Stigveld won't, because you have the +10 to your stealth. I'm going to just basically hand wave that away. You get in the box, no one's going to notice you, despite your size. Calbo, roll me a stealth check.
Oh God.
He's always nervous when he rolls a dice.
It's 20.
20.
Yes, boy.
Okay. Yes. You get in the box.
19.
Will not be noticed.
He's a 20 boy.
Oh, don't start that. And Capri, can you roll me a stealth check with advantage because you're going to be disguised?
I've actually got a cantrip that I can use for disguise self. Can I use that at will?
No, yeah, you can use that at will, but I'm saying you still need to roll the stealth because are you going to hide in the box or are you going to wait outside?
I was going to wait outside and... Yes.
Okay, that's...
What, and pretend that you're a guard that got locked in?
I have a plan.
Okay. Right, okay, that's fine. Okay, so you're in disguise. So as you kind of like put the lid back on the box, you hear the wooden bar on the outside of the gate slide open, and then the gate opens, and you see there are 30 soldiers out there.
Oh, what?
And the lead one, who is like he's a sergeant, he's got the most decorative armor. He walks in and he sees you Capri, goes, but what?
Oh, thank goodness you're here. Oh, bloody hell. Do you know what? I came in to sort out those bloody rats again. I can't believe you didn't have me baffling around earlier. Lost my bloody key, didn't I?
Well, it was locked from the outside. You weren't supposed to be in here, were you?
Oh, yeah, no, I took my initiative, you see. I heard the rats, so I thought I'd go and deal with them myself. You know, we don't need to trouble you with all that.
Right, roll me a deception check with advantage. So roll it twice and take the highest value.
That one was 13. That one was 11,
I think
so
this
13.
will work, Stick.
13, so he peers around and he just like kind of waves the guards and just check the place. And you see a few of the soldiers kind of go in and they start walking between the racks of boxes and such what.
Oh, it's lovely of you to lend me a hand with getting these rats out. Thank you so much for just double checking. That's lovely of you. Thank you ever so much.
Oh, it's no problem. It's no problem. What detachment are you with? I don't recognise you.
Oh, I've not been there long. Yeah, I'm the 3rd detachment.
Do you know Billy?
Oh, not that well, actually. I'm still learning names, you see.
Oh, okay. Well, if you see Billy, tell him hi for me.
Oh, he's a friend of yours, is he?
Well, we play poker regularly, but you know.
Oh, I bet he's a lovely boy.
He's a bit of a dick, but he's all right. He has good whiskey.
Oh.
And he says, he looks around and says, "Okay, I'm gonna go have a look." And he kind of walks in and walks down the steps towards the mezzanine where you guys jumped over a chasm. So you are now alone again. The door is open, but there are soldiers on the floor below you, and you can hear them very well moving around. So any movements you make up here, it's as good a chance as any they will hear it too. So if you were going to move from the box, you need to roll stealth checks again, and you will have to roll it this time, Stigfeld.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you can decide what you want to try and do.
If he's gone to go check, he's going to end up seeing all the damage.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if we could get the guards to all run in that direction and clear the area out. Yeah? Anyone?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a couple of spells, but I'm not too sure if I'm close enough to the other room to use them. I could use...
Could you charm that man?
I don't think I really need...
I'm just
I've
thinking...
got +3 intimidation, so we can try and scare people off.
30 guards down there. I don't want to fight 30 men, and we're already injured.
I would say I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
Because for all Treble's had a long rest, you guys haven't.
No, he's gone to go check down the corridor. We've left various skeleton remains and the remains of a dragon. He's going to come back and alert the guards any moment.
And there is a missing incredibly rare item. The cornerstone to Saidro's collection.
I think you should...
Where's Millicent?
She's got in the void. I've got the...
Yeah, her soul
body.
is. But her body is draped on the bench in the kitchen area in the northeast.
Do you think there's any chance they might blame her, seeing as she escaped?
I thought we brought her body back. I thought we brought her body back with us.
Yeah. You brought her body up, but the last time you were interacting with it was when you were looking at the cards, and it was at the kitchen area because that was the only place you could put a body down.
Yeah, no, we need to bring her body with us.
Come on, guys, you're not necromancers.
No, it's nothing to do with that.
She's not dead. Her soul has just been separated from her body.
Right.
But basically, her body is limp and lifeless.
He'll come back and he's going to blame you. You're in here behind the locked gate.
Didn't Candy take control of someone before?
Yeah, so I said charm. If you charmed him, get him to lead all the men into there, and when he's led them all in there, we can sneak out.
The trouble is that I don't have any spells left.
While you're debating this, I'm going to roll a perception check for the guards. So from down below, you hear a shout of, "Oh no! Quick, raise the alarm! Stephen!"
Stephen.
I think maybe you just need to do something, Candy. As
The door is open.
Yeah, I think.
And they are running around. And
Can we go the opposite way to where they are?
well, you can leave the building.
Out the door is the opposite way. Can you just tiptoe, please?
Yeah, but I don't.
Okay,
I don't know the room.
I can make this simple for you.
Can't see the room.
You are currently in the bottom right corner of the map, in the box. The door is right next to you.
Yeah, but what's on the other side of the door? We don't know. We know there's 30 guards somewhere.
Corridors.
So on the other side of the door, again, if we go back to the Movis map and move you all over to it, you are here.
Right. So
if you run out of this room, what you will find is the grounds of the palace.
Okay, that's what I want to know. That's all I want to know because I had it in my mind that we were walking out into a barrack or something.
No.
This is another room.
Yeah.
No. Sorry, I should have made that clearer. No. This is the door to the outside.
Oh, let's fucking go then.
Stealthily.
Okay. So right. So yes, all three of you roll me stealth checks just to see if they hear you leaving.
Need to pick her body up though.
3.
7 plus 10. No, 1 is 8.
7 plus 10 is no 1. That's it. Okay. So what do you get, Stigveld?
19.
19.
Stiggy's alright.
Okay, so Stigveld leaps out of the
second roll.
Mint. Stigveld leaps out of the box and runs straight to the kitchen area and picks up Millicent's body, just throws her over his shoulder. Runs straight outside into the night air. You walk out onto grass. You look around. You see there's a little bit of a hedge maze ahead of you. You can see some decorations, but it's also silent. As in, it looks like all of the guards are here right now. As Calbo gets out of the box, he makes a little bit of a noise, but underneath there is the sound of chuntering and clanging armor and people kind of moving further and further down. As Capri moves, she knocks into the box, knocking the lid off it, which makes a clattering sound, and you hear some of the guards below you stop.
Oh, those bloody massive rats! Oh, it's all right. It's under control. It was just it's the biggest bloody rat I've ever seen. I had to get him with a broom.
Oh, ducky poos! Stigveld, seeing as you're on a roll here, roll me a perception check.
10.
Okay, you look to the side and you see, walking towards the main palace, so the main palace building of the richest area of the town. You see 3 people walking towards it, and one of them is incredibly little. And the little one doesn't seem to be too willing to go with them.
Is that Treble?
Come on, let's go the other way.
Here? I thought he'd been sent away.
Let's get a drink. Yes, let's do this. Oh, I'm thirsty as all heck.
And Capri, roll me a perception check as well.
Just you wait, darling.
11.
We'll have your knickers off soon.
What was that, Capri?
11.
You turn around to see a cat walking on top of the battlements.
Oh,
Rather
it's
familiar,
Proserpine.
fuzzy little thing.
Electrified
I have missed
thing.
him.
So, what do you want to do from here? You do have to do something right now, because there are guards that might be aware of your presence, who are also very worried about the fact that the dragon called Stephen has been killed. In a rather pornographic kind of fashion.
What do we do?
I might.
We got to take this body out. We have to get out of here.
You've
fuck
shaved.
is he doing here? He was meant to meet us back at his brother's.
Capri, have you relayed what Proserpine was telling you to them?
Yes.
No. I didn't hear you.
I was pissing myself laughing.
Well, no, Treble wouldn't have heard it, but I'm talking about like the fight and the Quattro's plan and stuff like that.
Yeah, we can assume that she did. Through fits of laughter.
What do we do? What do we do? We need to get out of here. Because he's been fighting with his brother. Now he's here. What the fuck is he doing here?
I've got an idea. I'm going to go talk to him. Trust me on this. You stay over here.
Right.
We need to
Carbo,
get
me and you will
Millicent
go
out.
hide in the shadows.
I think that's a plan.
Okay, so we will say that because all the guards are in the warehouse, you don't need to roll stealth checks. Quite happy to let you just kind of find a bush and just hide behind it.
Oh, I can smoke this.
It's not that kind of bush, Carbo.
So, Capri, enact your plan.
So I'm scuttling over to them. Mayor, can I have your attention a minute?
Oh, he's an ugly one, isn't he?
Oh,
I'm a girl.
Oh, yes.
Oh. Hello there.
A bit late.
Oh, yes, darling. Oh, look at you. It's nice that they're having affirmative action and allowing females into the guards. I've been asking for it for years.
Yeah. Anyway, we have more pressing issues. A burglar, you see, fitting this your little friend's description. He's, there's a warrant out for his arrest, and
How
I really
dare
think,
you?
I really think that we should. I need to take him off, sir.
How dare you? Don't listen to her, Mayor.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Don't listen to this cur. Get her out of here. I'm a noble.
What was that?
7.
7. Oh, I don't think this one's a burglar. Look at him. Look how pretty he is. Burglars aren't this gorgeous.
Oh, they always look like that, sir. Trust me, I know my burglars, honestly.
I say stab her.
I don't know what is wrong with you. No, I'm not going to stab her.
And then I'd like to use Thunderclap, which is a cantrip that I can use at will, and it just
What?
creates a burst of thunder.
Okay, who are you using Thunderclap on?
No, it's just
Something like in chords to treble.
it's just an illusion. It's an illusion.
Okay, sure.
No, I'm just going to torch this
kind of
fucker.
Treble doesn't know it's you, obviously. He's just being a dick, isn't he?
Well,
As
he's
usual.
about to find out.
Yeah, so you kind of pull your hand behind your back and you kind of like twiddle your fingers around to make the runic symbol for it. And just in the sky, in the dark sky, there's no clouds or anything, but it suddenly just goes white with sheet lightning and thunder, and there's this huge volume.
What in the seven hells
my
is
God,
this?
Look at is the weather turning? It seems like such a clear night.
So Treble's seen me use that spell before.
Treble, roll a perception check.
Okay. 4.
Treble might have seen that spell before, but my God, he doesn't associate it with you.
So because he's looking.
It's a witch. She's a witch. Get rid of her.
So
From the battlements in the back of your mind, Treble, you hear, "You're an idiot."
Oh, you're the
Play
magician.
along.
You're
whisper.
the famous magician soldier. From town.
was not expecting that. Not too sure where to go with it.
Yes. Oh.
So Saidro looks down to you. Magician?
Oh,
Soldier?
yes.
Well, they're very talented, aren't
Your
they?
mayorship. This is the great Encanto. Oh.
Never mind that, sir. You're under arrest.
Deception check.
Deception.
Give me a deception check, Treble.
Hey. 16 plus 2.
Yeah, okay. Oh yes, El Canto, I've heard of you. I can't believe I'm in your presence. I tell you what. I will book you a slot. There is an event happening, I believe, for some nobles tomorrow at the Northman. I want you to be there. I'll be there. Some very important people are going to be there. Apparently there's a business deal happening, and then
Your mayorship,
entertainment.
may I interrupt you a second? One of my bucket lists is to have my way with a magician. Would you mind?
Don't let me stop you. No, go
Excellent.
forth and copulate, young man.
Come with me,
Oh.
magician. Thank you very much for your kind words, Mayor. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Come on, let's go.
Thank you, Mayor.
Oh, I'm not going to be that gentle tonight. Come along, darling. And he kind of like slaps the prostitute's bum and kind of walks back towards the palace.
So can I just recap? So
Yes, please
she
recap for the listeners.
approached the mayor to arrest Treble. Treble has somehow revealed that she's a magician and got her a booking.
I've got her a job.
It's amazing what the dice can do for you, isn't
and
it?
now he's gone off to bang her.
No, I haven't. I know
No,
it's
in the
her.
mayor's head.
Oh yeah, in the mayor's head. Yeah. Right. I'm assuming you're who I think you are.
Yes, you idiot. Come on, let's go.
It worked, didn't it? You... Oh, let's go.
Shh, I had it under control.
Where are the others?
Just come with me.
I'm coming.
And then I'd like Proserpine to bury his claws in his head.
Ow, you...
Gladly.
Chew! Ow! And a chew, and a chew, and an ow.
Yeah, Proserpine is just attached to his forehead as you kind of walk off. Almost like a raccoon skin hat, but like alive and with glowing eyes.
Stigfeld, we really
Take
need
1d4
to work
of damage,
on
Treble.
our
Yeah, I'll do it.
plans.
I'll take 1d4 of damage. Oh my god. It worked. Ah! Gentlemen. Oh. My rescue attempt worked. Look, I found you. What happened?
What were you even planning on doing?
I was going to get those two drunk and steal a key and come and find you, if you were even in this building, but as luck would have it, the halfling's luck paid off, and I have rescued you. Let's go. I have something to tell you.
Should have been with us for the heist.
We know everything. The cat told.
We've been
Bree.
betrayed by my brother. Remember when I told you not to trust him in the bar? Remember the projectile vomit? Remember the bushweed? The alcohol? The flirting? He's a bastard, and he's done us over. We need to get revenge, and I know where he is.
We're going to visit him. Don't worry.
Let's go.
I have a few words for him.
And off we plop.
So you walk back out of the palace area, and you see that the Northman where you encountered Quattro in the first place. Bear in mind, it's like 1, 2 in the morning at this point. The entire city is effectively dead. But the lights are on here.
Let's go in here. By the way, why is there a corpse?
This is.
And why are you starting to collect corpses?
No, but I did collect some dragon teeth and some dragon scales.
Dragon?
Oh, yes.
What? Oh,
This is Millicent. She helped us kill the dragon.
What? Oh.
And then she had a bit of a problem with these cards here.
Did you get the treasure?
We did. We got the treasure, we killed the dragon, and then... I mean, we had to find a way out.
Listen to the recap of the episode.
This
Some
recap's not
things-
very good, is it?
cannot be unseen.
Right, okay. What I do need to make you aware of, we cannot give this treasure to anyone. We've been betrayed. We have targets on our backs now. Let's get a drink.
Proserpine points out,
You've had targets on your back for a while.
Silence, cat.
We need to go see your
No.
brother.
We're not yet. No, he'll be expecting this.
Well,
need
you've
to make
locked him away, haven't you?
No, the gate was destroyed.
So, as you get towards the Northman, can someone roll me a perception check?
Shit. That wasn't very good. Someone else roll.
It doesn't work like that.
9.
9. You can hear people talking inside. Might be a vaguely kind of slightly piratical Cockney accent going
Halt.
around there, but
Stop.
you can't really tell who he's talking to.
Stop. Everyone stop. Put the corpse down a second.
It's not a corpse.
Okay, put the...
She's just lost her soul. We'll go find it sometime.
She's just
Don't worry
lost her
about it.
soul. You say that like it's not... Anyway, shush. Right. Let me go and have a look through the window. In fact, someone taller than me can have a look through the window, please.
I'll do it.
Yes.
Do you want a perception
yeah.
check?
Yes.
Yeah, roll a perception check.
I don't know why I were going to do it.
Stickville, put the
I can
corpse down so I
confirm
can
it's a
stand on
window.
it.
Oh, shit.
What did you get?
3.
Oh, for 3. Fuck's sake.
You
Steamed up in it.
you look through the window, and as you look through, the hot air from your nose just steams up the window.
It's very foggy outside.
But your keen sense of hearing does get one half of the conversation, and it is Quattro doing his stage
Oh,
performance.
his stupid accent.
Look, he's gone. I don't know where he is. But more importantly, I heard that they got the dragon. So that means that the art is kicking around. I can get it for you, don't worry.
And then someone kind of talks back. I know. Just give me till tomorrow. I'll get it for you.
Calbo, what did you hear?
He said,
And you-
"We are
no.
kicking about with your..." and they're looking for us.
Who is it? Is it Quattro?
It's your brother.
We have two options. Option A is very Stigveld. Option B is very Treble. Option A is, let's just storm the fuck out of this tavern, take our revenge, get out of here, and never come back. Option B is to wait till the morning and we could plan a double cross, a triple cross.
A Quattro cross?
Yes!
I don't think storming is a good idea. We have no idea who he's talking to.
Yeah, that's true.
In my head, that Gadget set this up, so that's fucking what's his name?
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go recoup. Let's
Yeah.
rest. Let's get a good night's rest. My plan is
Probably
if
not,
you-
but you know.
if you three meet him in the, he doesn't know that I've rescued you. And if you guys meet up with him as if you were giving him the treasure, we can ambush him there if he's alone. What say you?
That is a good idea.
Oh, I'm full of them today. Trust me, I've had a really good sleep. Or 2 episodes.
So, what are you planning to do? Where are you going to go back to the safe house?
No.
To maybe
No.
Well, no. But
No,
what
we have
if
to.
you say,
We have to pretend.
Yeah, if you
Oh,
say,
yeah.
assuming that you're holding up the facade. that
Those
they've done
three
the
are.
job.
I'm gonna just sleep in a barrel outside or something. Just because I'm small, I can sleep on the washing line. You know what I mean?
Okay, so we'll.
I'm out of the
we'll
picture,
cut-
but I know I'm aware of what's happening.
We'll cut ahead. The sun is starting to rise, and Capri, Calbo,
I'm putting my health back up, by the way.
Stigveld, and the limp body of Millicent appear back in the safe house. It is quiet. It is alone there. The bar is still open, Capri.
Yes.
Proserpine hops off your shoulder and just kind of like curls up on one of the sofas and just falls to sleep. Quattro doesn't return tonight.
Mhm.
So you all get a full rest.
Yes.
You get all your spells back, all your healing
Before
back.
we went to sleep, I just want we devised the plan that they're going to give it him as normal, the treasure, and obviously Stigveld's going to hold it. He's the biggest, and he's going to withhold it. And we're trying to get something out of him. And if he tries to make a dash or a run for it, and so I'm going to be behind him with a rapier, and he's not going to know. That kind of thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like a steak.
Buried the lead on that to make it a surprise for me, so I could react to it
Stakeout type thing.
appropriately,
Yeah, I might be lying. I'm not.
but we all know what happens when you lie to the DM. I punish you.
Yes, but that's the plan that we agreed to.
Okay.
Whether it works or not.
So about mid-morning, we'll say like 10, 11-ish. The door opens, and Quattro walks in looking clean, refreshed. He's healed all his wounds. He's got a fresh coat on. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. How did it go last night?
Piece of piss.
Oh, really? Really? I honestly didn't expect it to be that easy for you.
Oh, we're pretty handy. Got good,
Evidently,
good acrobatics, good dildo skills. You know the thing, that kind of thing.
Sorry, what? Dildo
Never mind
skills. You've been hanging around with my brother for far too long. He's a fan of pegging.
Surely you should be asking him where I am.
Just let us get to it.
Yeah. Don't tell me how to run this game. So, may I see the heart?
Where's Treble?
Well, he is around. He's setting up the deal, isn't he?
No, that was you setting the deal up. You said he'd be back.
Well, I mean, he does get around, doesn't he? He's a little bugger. He'll have found himself in a barrel or a whore or something like that.
He knows me too well.
He is your brother. It's very likely that the poor boy got distracted. But he was supposed to be setting up the Northmen for the deal. You see, the person that wants the heart, they're rather powerful and they're rather connected. So I wanted to make sure that we set up the room in a way that helps us the most. And I was hoping, as kind of part of this deal, where, you know, you get me the heart, I give you some money, that you guys would, you know, be a little bit of muscle for me. I can give you a little bit extra. I can give you an extra 1,000 each if that would help.
Can anyone remember how much we were getting?
5,000 each.
No, 10,000
Yeah,
each.
that was it.
I want an advance.
Nice.
Name your price, big man.
I want 8,000 now for each of us, and then another 8,000 after we've been your muscle.
Roll persuasion.
I'm interested to know where this goes. I want to know who he's.
Don't we know that he
This is-
double-crossed us already?
Yeah. We're just.
But that's
playing
put
along
you.
with
That's
it.
put you guys in power,
But he-
hasn't it?
He doesn't know that you
Yeah,
know.
that's the triple cross.
Persuasion, yeah.
The treble cross.
20. Not a natural, just a 16 plus 4.
And he kind of, okay, I'll give you 8,000, big man. Because quite frankly, that's a lot of money and I need to take it from the payment. But there might be 8,000 stashed around here.
Go get it done.
Turn around, and he points you towards the drinks cabinet, and the bottle of white Advocaat-looking liquid that is the only thing that Capri would not have drunk. He says, just pick that up.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up that bottle.
You pick it up.
Fine. He walks over, he picks up the bottle, and behind the bottle, there is a little kind of lock, and he takes a key out of his tunic, turns it, and opens it, and there is just this kind of like well of gold behind it. He kind of starts pulling it out into a bag. And he kind of like drags it and drops it in front. He goes, "There, that's a fuck ton of gold. Will you protect me?"
I'd like a word with my companions here alone.
He kind of grumbles a little bit, then you go, fine. He walks back outside.
What do we do? Do we carry out this on? Find out who his buyer is? Try and get as much gold as we can?
I don't
Or do we
know
just
about
fuck him up?
that. We already got some gold. I mean, we shouldn't push our luck.
We have very little information. I think we need to find out who this buyer is.
I agree. I'd like to find out who it is. I don't want any surprises late down the road.
We've had far too many already.
Come back in.
He kind of comes back and says, "So, what have we decided?"
We'll be your protection. But we
Excellent,
are going to keep
excellent.
hold of the heart. Until then.
Okay, well, at the very least, may I see it?
No.
Wow. Billy Big Bollocks.
Yes, there you go. I'm only joking. Have a look.
And he looks at it, and he kind of like, he doesn't take it from you, but he kind of places his hand on
Does he
it.
do that thing
kind of-
what Bilbo Baggins does on Lord of the Rings?
No, he doesn't do that. He just puts his hands on it, and Stigville, as you kind of hold it in your meaty hand, you can feel it gently start to vibrate a little bit. It's just the latent kind of magical connection that another halfling's hand has on it. It says, "Oh, dreamed of this day for such a long time. Loath to sell it, but my God." Okay. Join me at the Northman this evening. I will get everything set up. I'm assuming that my brother has probably not done what he was asked to do. Don't worry, it won't take long. Come in via the service entrance at the back, and I will brief you on how everything is to be set up. Okay?
Can I use an intimidation check to find out if there's anything else he's hiding that we need to know?
So you would need an insight check on that to see if he's telling you
That
the
as
truth
well.
or not. So do an insight check.
Wasted roll.
8.
8.
Plus, let me just check I haven't missed anything else. Yeah, that's it. 8.
8. You're just quite happily believing every single thing that he says.
Thanks very much.
You're a nice guy.
You're welcome, Dragon Boy. And don't forget to go visit Orupan.
I'll do the pan.
You may be in some bit of trouble.
Oh, yes.
Oh, fuck, yes. How long did... I had like a week, didn't I?
Yeah, 8 days. So it's up to you. If you want to visit him now, you can. If not,
Problem is, if we have to make it run. If we
Oh,
have to
yeah.
run from something.
We've got a day, though. We've got till the evening. You could have a little Calbo adventure.
I need to see what those weapons that I've had are worth as well.
We'll-
I got them appraised, but I didn't get a value on them.
Right.
So it's up to you. We can either skip ahead to the Northman, or if you want to go back to the marketplace, you can.
As Quattro left now.
Yes,
Right.
Quattro's left, and as he's walking down the street, you get the ladies. Oh, I'll sign your boobs. It's great.
Just give me a
all
sec.
that
first.
kind of thing. He's living the rock star lifestyle.
Chebble comes back into the room because he's been hiding outside. What did he say? What's happening?
Listen, Capri, you have to take this thing from me. I don't like holding that at all.
Oh.
Okay.
What have you decided?
So Capri, when you put your hands on it to take it off him, you feel that piercing pain in the back of your head again, and you go back to the house that you saw that was on fire, but this time you're inside it. And
What is wrong with her?
you're at a kitchen table and you're writing things, but you can't read the language that is being written in.
Does she need a drink?
You the man that you remember from your dreams comes in and he's talking to you and he looks very concerned, but you can't hear the words that he's saying.
Happening.
Then he smiles as the child comes in, and she kind of jumps up and you hug her, and then it flashes again to an old gaunt woman, and then you come back out of it.
Oh shit! Sorry.
What's wrong with her?
It's nothing.
There's something with this item. Someone needs to hold on to it. I can't do it.
I'll do it.
Feel right.
I'm an expert on the Eye of Horus, whatever you called it.
Heart of Horus.
You sound
You're an
like
expert
it.
on it. You can't remember what it's
Yes.
called.
I've got it in
believe
my
you.
Heart of Horus.
Remember, I've written it down in my book. I had it on that episode.
Take
Pass
it
it-
and
pass it
stash
here.
it away.
She gives it to me. I put it in, and nothing. It doesn't react with me at all. It's in my little bag.
It doesn't react with you
It's in
at
my
all.
little bag. I'll look after this. What's the plan?
We are going to meet his buyer. He still thinks that we're on his side. He
Good,
still
good,
thinks that we think that you're away somewhere, and we're going to be his muscle
When?
tonight.
Excellent. Right. This is up to you. This is a team effort now, but I've got a plan if you want to hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
You guys do as he asks, be his muscle, get into the tavern. I'll stay behind. I'll shadow you, basically. Me and the cat. No, in fact, no, I'll probably sneeze. I'll shadow behind. We need to create a call if things go bad. Like, cuckoo, cuckoo! And I'll rush in and just help.
As you say, cuckoo, cuckoo, Proserpine wakes up and starts jumping around the room looking for the bird.
So some kind of call like that, and I reckon I should keep the heart on me.
How about help?
No. What say you?
Yes, keep the heart on you. I think that's a good idea.
Excellent. So we have till this evening. So I cannot walk around the city. I'm basically trapped here till this evening. But if you have things to do, now's the time to do it. I need to rest.
You can look after Millicent's body.
Oh, the corpse. Yes. Hello there, corpse.
So the Millicent's body is just sat. And as you look at her, Treble, you see for the first time that she was wearing plate armor, which is now kind of almost melted to her skin. And you kind of reach over and kind of open her eyelid, and it's just like you can tell she's alive, but there's nothing there. It's almost like doll's eyes, just complete blankness in them.
Should we just turn this episode into a weekend at Millicent?
While you guys do your thing, I think Treble needs to, if he can sneak and find some kind of witch doctor or some kind of person to just have a look at her. Because obviously he doesn't know what's happened, so he's going to do that kind of thing, isn't he?
Okay, so we'll split it up then slightly. Treble, just roll me a... what kind of check would it be? Okay, roll me a religion check.
Okay. I don't have any pluses on my religion, I don't think. 15.
It's fine. 15. So you find a priest. And you bring the priest to see Millicent while the other three are out. So we'll stick with the other three for the start, and then we'll do the priest. So, where are you guys going first? Are you going to the blacksmith? Are you going to Odopan?
I think we should probably see Orapan. That's the most pressing, isn't it?
Let's get that mark off you, friend.
I mean, why don't you all go separately? Do you know what I mean?
No.
Well, I think the problem is I don't want to give up the potion because I think it's going to be useful, and he wants that potion. I still want to keep it.
This is true.
Well, I could sell potentially those weapons that I've got if none of us want it, but I need to find out how much they're worth first. So, should we go to the blacksmith?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the appraisers.
So you approach the blacksmiths, the blacksmith of Roblin, and as you walk in, you hear a little bit of a and there's a and the rather handsome Roblin walks out. Hello there.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hello, friend.
And he looks at you, Capri, and goes, it's you.
Yes, hello.
So okay, let's make this quick because you make me uncomfortable. And he kind of pulls out the sketches that he made of the weapons the last time. He goes, okay. So we had, and if just remind me on Capri, it was a sword, a halberd.
There's a long sword, an axe,
Long sword, a spear.
and a spear.
Axe and a spear. So he kind of tots in and says, okay, so the axe no one will buy. I've asked around, that one, it's one of those almost priceless things. I don't think anyone actually wants that one. But I know a man in Theston who will take the sword for 300 gold.
Right.
And and I will take the spear from you for 250.
What do we think? Does anyone want to keep any of the... Well, it's really just the spear. Does anyone want to keep the spear?
What was the traits for it?
So it's a 200 spear, large blades. It's like a thrusting spear. Point of spear homes in on target. 1d1, something damage. 1d6 and 1d4 when thrown. 1d6 damage when sticks in an enemy.
It's basically a reasonably high level spear.
No.
No, we'll sell it then.
Okay, so he goes to the back of us. Says, so I will buy the spear off you. Yes, absolutely. And he kind of goes back. And Capri, do you want to roll me another Arcana check on him?
Sure, quarterstaff better than that spear.
11.
It hits fuck all, so probably not.
For an 11, you can tell that is definitely disguised self on him. And he comes back out with a leather pouch, and it's rattling with gold. He goes, yeah, but this is it all in order.
Do you know what? On second thoughts, I'm just gonna think about it. I'm sorry to waste your time, but I might be back later.
Okay. Is there any reason why? You specifically asked me to get the price for you, and I got it.
I just want to double check. I'm not sure that we can't get more for it.
Well, 250. I tell you what, 275.
Yes, I'd still like to wait. So we
Okay.
can just shuffle out of hearing.
If I want to take the spear as a weapon instead of a quarterstaff, how does that affect what I do?
It would just be a spear weapon.
It doesn't
Like,
change
'cause it
anything
will-
else
yeah,
that I
'cause-
do.
No, because your quarterstaff attacks are just attacks with the quarterstaff. They don't do anything particularly special with your monk abilities. Your monk abilities are separate to your weapons.
Yeah, so I guess maybe I could take the spear and use that instead.
Would it be investigation if I wanted to learn more about who he actually is, being as he's using disguise self?
It would be, if you want to do it in conversation, it would be insight. Investigation would be like if you wanted to rootle around in his office or something like that.
Yeah. Kelbo, what say you?
Well, can I keep the quarterstaff anyway, but still
Yes.
take the spear?
Yeah, if you want.
And maybe I will equip the spear.
I've got 4 weapons
Okay.
in my thing. It's fine.
I mean, Stigveld is a walking arsenal.
Don't say that. It's a nice guy.
And he supports Liverpool, not Arsenal.
Yeah, for the minute, let's keep the spear. I don't think 200 odd gold is that much, really, on top of what we got. Do you agree?
What was the potion guy asking to get rid of that curse?
He wanted my potion. He wanted to swap it for the one that makes you invincible in a fight. Whether it's temporary, I assume. So he's obviously very interested in that potion. But I think it might prove useful further down the line.
Yeah.
But because he's branded me, I wanted to find a way to get out of that. And I don't think fighting a wizard is going to go down too well.
No, and I
No,
don't
can't recommend it.
we haven't got enough between us yet. Or do we, to pay him off?
Can
We just got a
intimidate
little...
him?
Yeah, it's like we said, if we have to make a swift exit out of the whole place, you're still going to be marked, aren't you?
Yeah.
What's that going to do to you, though?
What was that mark do again?
Make your rolls
I
better.
haven't told you. I haven't
What?
told you what it does yet.
It makes your rolls better.
Maybe we can...
You're very welcome to go and ask Orapan what the mark does. You never actually asked him in the first place.
You should always ask.
Yeah.
We're going to have to go back. 'Cause
Nope. All he said at the time was that if you don't return back within the time limit, it will not go very well for you.
Not like a bad review.
There's no time like the present.
we're going to have to go see him and
Yeah.
try and convince him whether we can do a job for him to keep the potion.
If not, Stigvel can snap his neck.
No. The guy had control of me last time I was in there.
Oh.
Let's go back and see him.
You could also go get it checked on with Gruzzle. Remember the shouty friendly one,
Oh, let's go see him.
because he's a wizard.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's go see him. Are we done in this shop yet?
He's just stood there.
Yes, for now.
It's like me when I go shopping and they've got the changing rooms. Fucking come on.
We'll be back.
You head down a couple of streets. Find yourself back at Gruzzle's. The pile of broken cauldrons on the other side of the street has gotten bigger in the day since you've been here.
You might have some better biscuits now.
And as you walk in, he's just fuck, as he's kind of hitting a current cauldron, trying to make it do something.
Hello, friends.
Every time.
And
Got any more biscuits?
he turns up and says,
Oh, it's you again. Well, isn't this lovely?
Yes, hello. My friend, my big scaly friend here, has a question for you.
and he kind of looks at you.
I remember you.
Hang on. And he's like stomps around his office, and he goes into a drawer and pulls out, and he smashes down a pack of biscuits on the table, crushing a few of them, goes,
There, fresh ones for you. Did you want tea again?
That would be quite nice, thank you.
Brilliant.
and he goes over to the cauldron that he was just punching and just pours a cup out of it. He was making a big pot of tea. and he puts the cup down, kind of crushing the handle ever so slightly. Goes,
There, I hope you like it. What can I do for you?
Oh, these biscuits are chocolate hobnobs, lovely.
Oh, and the tea's hot.
I've got... What the fuck are we asking him? I've completely forgotten.
you fucking mark the two marks, and the one on your hand and on your face.
You need to
So
stop
he didn't give
smoking
it to me, the other
bushweed.
wizard did.
No, but you're asking. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Does he know?
So you could,
Wizards know things.
All right, okay. I'm here about this mark. That... Is it Oraban?
Orapan.
Orapan gave me this mark. Do you know anything about this?
And just really suddenly just grabs your snout and turns your head to the side to start examining it. It's rough, but it is not painful. He's,
You made a fucking deal, you fucking idiot. Look at that.
and he kind of like traces the outside of the spider on your face, and then kind of traces down your arm and to the one on your hand.
Oh, 8 days. He was very generous. You must have something he really, really wants.
He wants this potion I've been given.
I remember the potion. Yes, don't give it to him. You do not want that man getting any more... I say the man thing getting any more powerful. This.
And he will roll a perception check, which he gets 15 on. And he goes,
Yes, this is not good. If you don't pay him, there is a part of his soul there. He will follow you to the ends of the earth until you give it to him, even if you use it. So, you need to find a way to pay him off, or to get him off your back somehow. and never deal with spider-legged wizards again.
Noted. Fuck.
What would you say this potion is worth to him?
And he kind of like rubs his kind of enormous jaw.
The thing is, a potion like that for in a fight works once. But with a wizard, he can replicate it. He can make himself infinitely powerful if he wants to, because he can just chug that shit all day. He can drink that like you drink tea.
That's a lot of tea. How much do you think it's worth?
It's not worth anything, it's priceless. I offered you 700 for it yesterday, but realistically it's priceless. Incidentally, I was just going to pour it down the drain. No one should have this.
Drink it.
Definitely need to find another way out.
What would you suggest, wizard?
He is a vain man. Find something that he wants that is shiny enough. Or that is more interesting than this.
He's not having me
He's
back.
easily tempted.
I'm not going
What
back.
was that, big man?
He's took a bit of a fond liking to me. I'm not going back there.
Oh, yes. Yes, I've heard. He was chattering away all night at the pub. At his big friend.
Things were poked where they shouldn't be poked.
Can we swap Stigveld for him? Joke.
Joke.
You'd be dragging shit right now if it wasn't for me.
Oh.
Will there be anything else? Do you want another biscuit?
Oh, thank you very much. No, I think that's it, isn't it?
So, you say that he can just chug it all day, he can replicate it. Could he just take it, replicate it, and give us one back?
Yeah, but then
Or
he's
two.
got.
But then he has it.
Then he
That's
has
the
it.
problem.
Doesn't matter if we've had it. He's got it.
An immediate issue.
You have to
Yeah,
find
but it
something
just
more
means
shiny and something he likes more.
We haven't got anything like that in our possession, have we?
The Heart of Horus.
No, you haven't. I've got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rebel's got it.
Yeah, but as a group.
Oh, what? Should we ask him what the Heart of Horus is?
Yeah, ask this dude.
So you ask Grizzle about the Heart of Horus, and he sits and thinks for a moment and goes,
Heard about it.
he actually gets really somber. Like the anger kind of subsides from him. And says,
I've heard about it. It's one of the most powerful arcane focuses that's ever been made. It was used by Horus himself. He channeled magic through himself to become a necromancer of quite terrible proportions. And whoever killed him did a very stupid thing, making that focus out of him.
Probably a good idea we don't give it to the dragon thing then. Spider thing.
Wait, do you have it?
What? No. Scrap that.
He's going to roll perception. Insight on you. You're very lucky. He only gets a 5. He just sits and chops a biscuit.
No, we thought that we were. Never mind. Let's go.
Thank you again for your help. And the biscuits.
You're welcome anytime.
It's very helpful. We've never actually bought anything off him. He's very kind.
Lovely man with a weird tick. So are you going to visit Orapan now, or are you going to wait until after you've gotten rid of the heart?
So if we're... unless there's something valuable on the next...
Is there any of the cards that we can use? Well, no, because it's drawn at random, isn't it?
If you want to use the deck of many things, it is drawn at random. If you got the wish card, you could wish to be taken out of it, but that's a 12 to 1 odds of getting that.
That's a big gamble as well, because the bad cards are proper bad.
Yeah.
Obviously, if we take we get him to draw a card.
Ah.
Oh, I like your way of thinking.
Sneaky.
That's a good call.
Okay. I'm into that. You can do that if you want.
We've got to convince him that if he draws,
Hang on, what's the best card that he can pull out of that?
probably the wish card.
He can level up 10 levels.
But we could offer him that instead of the potion. It's probably a better offer.
But he has a 12 to 1
Offer him.
chance.
I say, offer him the chance to draw from the card because he might get something really good. He might get something really shit, but we get to keep the potion if Gadget rolls a really shit roll or picks a card. Sorry.
I think that's a good idea.
It's a gamble.
You're very welcome to try it.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
Or you just wait and see what happens on our next little side quest to see if it's something more valuable. But
I mean, it's up to you guys. I'm going to have to ask you for a
Come on,
decision.
guys, it's the season finale.
Yeah, let's do it.
So you trot over to Orapans, and as you get closer to it, Cjbeards starts to feel a little chill in his arse. He's very worried about things. And you walk into the very small shop, and Orapan looks at, oh, hello, welcome back. Have you brought me my present? He's staring through you, Calbo. He's
can
got
I
a
roll
little
an intimidation check just to stare right back at him?
Sure. He's not trying to intimidate you. He's just staring at he's got his little round black glasses on. And even though you can't see his eyeballs, you can tell he's looking directly at you.
It's fine, I just got a 5, I'm just winking at him.
Onto a tease. Have you brought it for me? I can smell it on you. Gimme.
Not quite.
Oh?
We have a proposition for you.
Ooh, what have you found?
Think you'll rather like it. Have you ever seen such a thing as this deck?
And she said deck.
Yes. Of cards.
I play cards all the time. What are you talking about?
Well, here we have a very special deck, you see. A certain magical deck that could grant you your every wish.
And he sniffs and I smell magic.
Yes.
Oh, and he scuttles along the floor right to you, Capri, and his kind of hands are moving all over your face. What have you got? What have you got? I can tell you there's something here. There's something here.
Get off me.
It's like Vincent Price in.
Back away, wizard.
And he only gets a 3 on his investigation check, so he's just kind of pawing at you, Capri. What have you got?
Well, just
I
stop
can
touching
smell
me and
something.
I'll tell you.
Leave her alone.
Ooh, my large friend. And he just kind of, he jumps and all 8 legs wrap around you in a big hug. I've missed you. How are you doing, my friend?
This is called a deck of wishes.
No, it's not. It's called a deck of many things.
No. It looks very much like a deck of many things. See here, this is a special deck. It's a deck of wishes. It's been charmed.
Give me a deception check. Bear in mind, this man can smell magic.
Oh, fuck a duck. 8. And my deception's +6 as well.
No, that's not one of the wishes.
And he looks down and he goes, deck of wishes doesn't exist, but I know of a deck of many things. And he then, which one of you has it? I can smell it. And there's suddenly a coldness comes over him while he's still clinging onto Cjbeard. And Cjbeard, you can't actually move. His grip is so tight on you. Who has it?
There is one condition before you see this deck of cards.
Okay, I'm listening.
You can pick a card, but you will remove this magic from me, and we get to keep the potion, but the card that you pick is yours. That is our only offer.
Ooh, interesting.
And I would like to add another stipulation.
Oh.
You don't get to use your potential new powers against us.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage, Capri. Because he's curious.
First one is 10. Second one's 12.
12. Okay. But I will add a condition myself.
Yes.
Yes,
The
you can
dragon-
keep Stigfeld.
Oh, I know that, but no. I want... If the dragon boy wants to bargain away, then he has to pull a card too.
Yes, I'm into this.
Oh, fucking hell.
Do it.
What will it be, dragon boy?
I don't have much of a choice here, do I?
Fucking do it.
He pulls.
You can give
If he
him the
pulls,
potion.
What are
something
the odds of me
incredible,
pulling that same card
If you die,
again?
mate, I'll sing you a funeral dirge. Don't worry.
I've heard you singing. That's not going to put you in a better position.
Cheeky
How
cow.
about some words of encouragement?
Yeah, no.
Well, what will it be, Dragon Boy? Are you in?
I've never been so excited in my life.
I don't think I have a choice.
Excellent. He gives Stigwell a kiss on the cheek and he jumps off. And he scuttles along the floor to you and he grabs your hand and he puts one hand on your face and you feel the comes off, like the spider comes off each bit of you. It leaves a little bit of a mark, a little bit of a paleness, but you can look at your hand and it's gone.
It's gross.
Glad that's
Right.
had happened there.
Yeah.
Right. Let us draw. Which one of you has the cards?
I do.
Oh, my favourite. No, come on. Put them on the table. You put the deck on the table and you open the wrap. And you're like, oh, it's almost like a kind of moment for him. And six of his hands come up and shuffles the deck very rapidly. Like faster than you. I know of trickery. I'm not going to let you tease me out of this one. And he puts the deck down and pushes it towards Cowboy. You first.
Oh, God. So how am I doing this? Can I just pick a number and then that's the card, yeah?
So here are the cards. It is hang on, just make sure I've got one.
Fuck, I hope you don't get a bad
3.
one.
Oh, my. We've got to live with it as well.
7, 8, 9, 10,
Just live with the
11,
guilt.
12.
I know the number already. It's fine.
I have cut down the amount of cards, incidentally. So, because there are actually 16 in this deck. So, there are 12 cards here. Pick one.
I guess from your left to the right, number 4.
So we'll go from the top. So from the top of the deck as it is there, 4th card. 1, 2, 3. 4th card. So you have to declare. So you declare to the deck that you're drawing 1 card, and the deck starts to glow a faint yellow.
And we'll see you
And
next season.
You slide off the top, and you pull out the 4th card that you find.
OMG.
And you look at the card. And it burns up in front of you.
Oh, fuck.
Well, no, that's how all the cards are. This one.
Okay.
You feel lucky, punk. Just tell us.
Do you?
No!
Because you pulled out gem.
Who?
25 pieces of jewelry worth 2,000 gold pieces each, or 50 gems worth 1,000 gold pieces each appear at your feet.
Well
Get the
done.
fuck in.
So, yeah, you pulled the
That's
gem
the
card.
first time you've
So
ever had good luck.
So you pull the card, it goes in front of you, and you just hear. And 25 gems worth 2,000 gold pieces each appear in front of your
Looks
feet.
like Stigveld's getting that boat he wanted.
And Orapand lifts his sunglasses up, and you can see there are 8 eyes in the space of where 2 human eyes would be. He goes, "Well, someone's a lucky boy." And he picks up the deck again, and he shuffles it around. And he goes, "Okay, it's my turn. Oh, this is fun, isn't it?
500,000.
I hope I'm as lucky as you." And I'm going to ask one of you to give a number. So out of 11 now. You're free to roll the dice if
Do
you
you want me
want.
to do it because I'm not here?
Yeah.
6.
6.
Please kill him.
2,
Please kill him.
3,
You pick a
4,
good fucking card.
5. 6th card. And he picks the card up.
Or we just made him
And-
omnipotent.
Oh, God.
And he looks at the card a bit confused. And he goes, and it just burns up in front of him and he goes, "Oh, that wasn't very interesting." Because he pulled the Comet card. So if the character single-handedly prevails in the next battle encounter, the character gets the next experience level. So he goes, "Oh no, you know what? I'm feeling fun and lucky. I'm going to pull a second one. Deck of many things. I want to pull another card from you." Sorry?
Can't just change the rules. You've picked your
Wasn't
card.
the deal.
And he sits and he thinks and goes, "You know what? You are right. That was bad of me. You've got your jewels. Dragon Boy is no longer under my ward, and you may keep your potion.
Bye!
Yes, goodbye.
Well played, but Stigveld, I'll be seeing you.
He's awful. I hate this guy.
Let's go. Let's go.
He's nasty.
It's fucking horrible.
So you sprint out of Oropan's shop as quickly as you can, having somehow saved Calbo from this.
Yes.
My
I knew it would
sphincter's
pay off. I
clapping
knew
here.
it would pay off.
So,
How many cards got left then?
so there's one that she took. There's 3. So I've actually got 15 cards left, but I'd said it was like 13 cards in total.
Fantastic.
So he's got
So-
500,000 gold's worth of jewels.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, how much was it?
He's got 25 pieces of jewelry worth 2,000.
2,000. Sorry.
That's still a lot.
I thought 20,000 for some reason. I was like, fuck.
I'd ask him about that galleon that you need to get to your
I was
kingdom.
going to say he's got jewels worth 50,000 gold.
We could just ignore all this, Hyson, and walk away.
So as the sun starts to set, the bells start to chime and the shops start to close up. You see that there is only one thing left to be done for the day.
Right. Let's crack on. Get this over and done
There's a
with.
priest here, remember?
Oh yes, we had forgotten about the priest. So the priest walks in. Treble, you've had a full rest as well, so you're all healed
Cool.
up. So the priest walks in and goes, "Okay, yes. What's going on here?
There's a corpse.
What can I do for you?" And he's as well as looking like a priest, because he's been told that there was something wrong. He's also got a kind of a plague doctor mask going on. He looks at it, goes, "She's breathing. Is she not asleep?"
I have no idea. She's my friends found her. I don't even know her name.
He's going to roll medicine. First time I've ever had to roll a medicine check.
That's what I'm here for.
And he gets a natural 20.
There we go.
So he kind of looks around and goes, "Oh, this," and he kind of like touches her face, kind of feels her pulse, listens to her chest, and goes, "Well, physically, there's nothing wrong with her. She's fine. It's just like it's almost like the candles are on and nobody's home. What happened to her?"
I honestly don't know.
Well, she is in fine health, but you're going to have to sort of keep healing her because she may starve to death unless something
How
happens.
do you feed a corpse?
I'm saying heal her so her body doesn't
All
deteriorate.
right.
I'm giving you game mechanics for this one. Come on, man.
Yes.
I've never seen anything quite like this.
It's dark magic.
It is. If you wish, I can take her to my clinic to look after her.
Yes. Get rid of her. Because we're going to be dragging her around, and I don't even know who she is, so absolutely. I trust you. You're the man of the cloth.
Well, yes. Although it's rather a burnt cloth. You see, we worship the Underdark here.
I have no idea what that is. Yes, take her away.
Okay, well, praise be to Loth. And he kind of throws her over his shoulder and kind of struggles a little bit because of the weight of her armor,
Look at you three, you're fuming.
and kind of walks out into the darkness.
Bye. You miss me.
Just Oodles, just before we carry on, just do me a favor and Google who Lolth is.
Lolth. How do I even spell that?
Lolth. Just do a Google image search.
L-T-H.
Sake.
Oh, it's a spider queen.
Yeah, she's a spider.
I'm sure she's lovely.
Worships the Underdark. Kind of give it away in the name.
Yeah, well. We don't need a corpse dragging us down.
So, catching everybody up outside the Northmen, back up in the top end of the
They're
town.
going to ask me where she is, aren't they?
I mean, it's up to them to ask that. But
I presume she's just back at the house. So
I
no.
thought they'd meet back up the house, yeah.
No,
Oh, you mean the character would just presume, yeah. Yeah.
So you all meet around the back as Quattro had instructed, and it's just like the back door to any kind of venue. It's a little bit dingy, a little bit dirty. There's some kind of rats kicking about, just normal sized rats, not giant ones. And you all kind of meet up by the door as the sun's starting to set.
Remember, I'm shadowing, so I'm just a bit behind.
Yeah. And the door opens, and Quattro's wearing his performance gear, so he's got his black hair, his black tricorn hat on, his sunglasses, and goes, Come on, quick, get get in. You're late.
Okay.
We're coming in. We're here.
So
Stop rushing me.
Leads you through the back of the venue.
You've never been rushed into a pub in your life.
Leads you past his dressing room and leads you to the backstage area. And the curtain is down on the stage. And he turns and says, okay, the meeting's going to happen soon. Have you seen Treble at all?
No.
No.
Oh, I was kind of hoping he would be here for this deal. It's going to impress him. But anyway, give me the heart. Don't look at me like that, big man. The whole point is we're going to sell it to this person.
Can I just say something as well before you...
Why do you need to hold it?
I was told to turn up to this alone. So I don't want them to know that you idiots are back here. Do you understand? Give me the heart so I can sell it. And you will be able to hear everything. I'm literally going to be 5 feet away from you on the other side of this curtain.
Hey, Treble's... by the way, Treble's gone underneath and he knows about...
You still have the heart.
Yeah, I know. He's gone... He knows, obviously, it's a stage and stuff, so he's like under... He's climbed through, gone under a trapdoor, and he's just listening.
Yeah. So, come on. Which of you has the heart?
The heart's in a safe place.
It needs to be in the hands of the buyer.
It will be.
Where is the heart?
It will be.
You can see it when we're ready.
And you hear the door to the bar open, and a lot of feet enter. Like just
How many
almost
feet
like
has he
marching.
got?
He's a squid guy.
Not more spiders.
Multiple people
Spider Queen.
marching in, and you hear a woman's voice show. Well, halfling, where are you? This guy, coming. Get the heart ready, says to you, and it kind of bursts through the curtain. Minerva, darling, it's lovely to see you. You hear her kind of battle back, and what happened to your voice? Well, I only put it on for the performance. I'm not performing for you here. I'm working with you. And Capri, roll me a investigation check.
She's not one of the three.
11.
11.
I remember that name.
The voice is familiar.
I know that voice, and it doesn't bode well.
And Proserpine, who you are very aware has not been with you for this time, is slowly sneaking up behind Treble underneath.
Choo. Oh, cat.
What was that? You hear from above. You see the trapdoor above you open. He goes, oh, brother, there you are. Come on.
No. Hello.
And he kind of holds his hand out and says, come on. And he lifts you out onto the stage. Minerva, meet my brother, Treble O'Clef. And
hello there.
so when he pulls you up onto the stage, you see a woman who, she's old, she's severe, she is incredibly gaunt. She's almost like, think of a very scary version of Yzma from Emperor's New Groove. Very tall, thin, and almost skeletal.
Like Jafar.
Yeah. She's got a faint kind of bluish glow to her eyes. And she's wearing kind of purple decorative armor. It's not actual armor, it just looks like that. And you see in the center of her chest is the symbol for the triumvirate. God. And she and she looks you up and down and goes, oh, you're just as ugly as your brother, aren't you?
Hey. How dare you?
And she's like she snaps back to Quattro, goes, well, where is the heart? Can't be dealing with you short people any longer. And he Quattro kind of shifts a little bit nervously. And, well, do you see it's coming? It's supposed to be coming. And she is going to roll an Arcana check.
Oh no!
Because she trusts Treble about as far as
I don't know whether we should give her it or not. Because I don't want to get in a fight.
And she gets a 10. She goes, it's here. Where is it? And Capri, you can feel a bit of a headache in the back of your head the more she speaks.
Ow.
Proserpine kind of hops up to in front of you, Capri, and goes, this is not good. This is a trap.
I've got a trap.
And
can they see us?
No, they can't. You're behind a curtain. So as long as you don't say anything, you'll be fine, and I won't ask you to roll stealth checks.
So I'm just kind of mouthing the word trap at them then.
Trap.
And she turns to the soldiers. Treble, as you look out, you see there are a lot of soldiers, and these aren't the soldiers that have been bobbing about. These are like triumvirate elite guard. They are wearing incredibly
I like that, the
decorative
red
armor.
stormtroopers.
Little bit like that, yeah. Incredibly decorative, kind of blue and red armor. Huge weaponry.
Uh-oh.
Like enormous swords and spears.
Bigger than me.
Huge shields. and she turns to them and goes, "Find it. It must be in here somewhere. I can feel it. It's close."
If you don't mind, may I use the bathroom?
No, stay here.
Okay.
Your and she rolls an insight check on you.
Oh, no.
Oh, she gets a 19. She goes, "What are you hiding, little one?"
Incontinence.
Come. I have no time for your
Incontinence.
kind.
I just need a poo.
Yeah, incontinence.
Roll a deception check for incontinence. Of all things.
18 plus 1, 19.
You will hold it and you will stay there.
Okay.
The guards start ransacking the place. They start kind of smashing through the bar, and Quattro's like, hey, this is where I work. And they're not listening to him, they're smashing around. What do you guys do?
Fuck knows. I don't want to fight her.
No.
Does she know what it looks like?
But I don't think there's any rule that you could do. You've never met this woman before. Actually, Capri, roll a history check.
11.
11. As the guards are kind of smashing around and all that, she calls one of them a pathetic cur, and that you hear her voice back in your head, and you remember her, and you remember her face, and you remember her talking about the heart. You remember her showing Dane Ashglade what the heart can do and the theory behind it.
Okay, so I'm just kind of mouthing, she knows what it is, she knows, but without really saying anything.
Yeah. And she grabs Quattro by his lapels. "I'm getting bored of this now. Where is the heart?" And she starts to pull a very thin blade out of a scabbard on her side. "Where is the heart?" And Quattro's like, "Fuck it. Treble, tell them, where is the fucking heart?"
I'll go get it.
She looks at you. "Oh, so you have it?"
No, I don't have it. I know where it is.
Where is it?
I will go get it.
She grabs you by the lapel. "Where is it? Tell me the truth.
It's behind that curtain."
Now. She looks up at the curtain, and Quart's like, no, it's not behind the curtain.
It was.
And he looks at you and goes, "Just be cool. I've got something else for you. See, as well as the heart, which is in the town, I've seen it, touched it. What Lord Ashglade is after is behind that." And the curtain drops.
You bastard.
And Capri, you instantly get a piercing headache as you see her face again. And you go back to the memory and you see it was her that stabbed your brother.
Oh, God, it's her. I know who she is.
What's going on?
She rolls another insight check and gets a 19, and she reaches into your pack, treble, and pulls out the heart. Goes, "You little shit. You tried to hide this from me.
I just happened to be there.
Do you know what this can do?"
No.
And she holds her finger up and like flicks behind her, and a little firebolt just kind of sweeps over her head and bounces off the armor of one of her soldiers.
I'm not supposed to be here today.
And she then twirls her finger over the heart and just flicks into it again, and it glows red.
Whoa.
And she drops you, and she turns around, thrusts it forward, and a 15-foot wide beam of fire obliterates that soldier, burns through the wall, and burns into the shop across the wall. This is what it can do.
Oh.
Fuck.
Uh-oh.
And she turns and goes, "And this is how you all end." As Proserpine jumps off your shoulder and goes, "No." And he turns into a ball of fire, burning the stage that you're on, which collapses underneath you. And you fall through where Treble was standing.
Shit.
And you fall into the basement of the Northman pub. You fall into a room which is filled with barrels of beer,
Perfect.
crates of just random shit. And you can hear up above, "Get them, get them!" as the soldiers start to run above you. You're not in combat, but she is unimpressed, to say the least.
Is Quattro with us?
No, Quattro is still up there.
The cat's not with us, though.
No, the cat is with you.
Oh, I thought it self-destructed.
No, he didn't self-destruct. He turned into a ball. He cast a fire spell.
Right.
So you land down on a pile of wood. You've basically crushed through a chandelier. The wood is starting to burn around you. And it's starting to catch on the wooden floorboards.
I think we need to make haste and get out of here.
Yes, run.
You run into the next room. It is dark. But you are underground. You can hear flames crackling. You can hear soldiers running around, and you feel a sudden heat as the area where you stood is suddenly caught up in that same fire that Minerva used on the soldier.
Keep going.
Destroying the place where you were stood. Around you, you can see workbenches. You can see tables. You can see chairs. You can see bookcases. You can see one exit available to you.
Take it. We can't fight fire.
Okay.
The beam of pure fire and energy slices through the ceiling for where you were just stood. As she's doing her best to try and kill you all.
Oh my word.
Toasty.
You come out into a small antechamber with an office just above you. There is nothing else. There is only the exits leading out.
Keep going.
You push forward, and you reach the door. But in the door is awaiting soldiers. You hear a thud behind you, as more soldiers kind of jump down from above, and you hear the voice of Minerva. Come out! I've got you.
Uh-oh.
What do you do?
Just stay in there and burn to death.
Cry.
The end. Thanks for joining us on Two Dragons Dream of Scorched.
You turn around to see the soldiers part from away from him, and Minerva steps in front of you, and goes, and she's got Quattro by the collar.
Put him down.
No, little one. You need to see the consequences for betraying the Triumvirate. And Capri, you feel that in the back of your head because you've heard that sentence before.
She's not joking.
Put him down.
As she pulls the knife out and stabs it through Quattro's back, and blade pushing through his chest. No. And he just his body goes limp. She tosses him to the side. Capri, you get another memory, exactly the same motion of what happened to your brother. And she holds the heart up in front of you and goes, "Time to die, everybody." As the energy charges into it, Proserpine runs straight towards you, and he finally allows his true form to be shown as the cat increases into this black creature, tentacles flying out in directions, killing soldiers left and right, trying to push Minerva back. But she unleashes the power, and the tentacles all wrap around you as a group. The heat is intense; it burns. You can all feel the hair, your skin bubbling. Capri, in your head, you can hear a scream from Proserpine, and then everything goes dark and cold.
I would have been alright though, because I don't burn for fire damage. So.
Think about yourself, pal.
I am.
You each stand in the darkness. You can't see each other.
Quattro. Oh no.
Calbo, in front of you, this kind of dark smoke kind of twirls around and becomes a form of you.
Hello, Calbo.
What? Who are you?
I'm you.
No, I'm me.
No. I'm the you don't talk to so often.
What are you talking about?
This is the battle of the wits, isn't it?
Do you think that you're good enough for what you're doing?
What are you talking about? What is this?
They'll stop bringing you along. You found your purpose, but did you?
No, my friends, they trust me.
They might trust you, but can they rely on you?
Of course they can.
Really, because the only thing they can rely on is for you to be high.
That's not quite true.
The vision of yourself forms back into the smoke.
That was deep.
We move over to Treble.
Oh.
And in front of you, you appear, but you grow brown ears, and your face extends forward like a dog's snout. Tell me, why did Allegro have to die?
Allegro? No. Don't mention that name.
It's just a happy puppy.
Oh. No.
What did you do to Allegro?
He looks at his arm and sees a scar, a bite mark. I had no choice.
We all have choices. And the slightly dog canine version of you fades away. Stigveld, in front of you, you see the mirror image of yourself puffing out his chest.
Ha ha! Well, aren't you beautiful?
Yes.
But are you strong?
Of course I am. The strongest.
Really? Ragus is 20 years older than us, and he beat us.
He cheated.
Maybe he's just cleverer. Maybe that's the strength that he owns.
No one is stronger or better or cleverer than I am. I was the youngest chieftain in High Dawn.
Yes, and you were also the first to be excommunicated in a century.
Fuck off.
It's horrible.
I'll see you again.
And he fades away into the smoke. Capri, you don't see a mirror image. In front of you, a human woman appears. She has pale skin, very soft features, blue eyes, strawberry blonde hair. She wears a blue leather tunic with the triumvirate emblem on the chest. Who are you?
Who am I? Who are you?
I'm Cassandra.
You mean nothing? I don't know Cassandra.
Don't you?
No.
I used to be you. I used to exist.
What do you mean you used to be me? Where's your tail?
I never had one. I died before you existed.
What's that? What is happening?
Minerva is more dangerous than she appears. And she appears dangerous. I bet you've met her. That's why I'm speaking to you.
What do we do?
We kill her.
How?
Proserpine is the key. He is protecting himself from Minerva. But he wants his revenge too. And you deserve revenge. For what happened to Adam. And for what happened to Caitlin. You deserve closure. And when you have your closure, you'll remember everything. Everything was painful for a while, but before it was so good. We were so happy, Capri. Proserpine can help you. And she fades into the smoke.
I'm crying.
Yeah, me too. Fuck's sake.
Each of you, in your own individual way, sees the darkness start to lighten up. And you are all you all appear in the air and you fall to the ground. Not very far, only a few feet. And you land on a hard rock surface. And you turn around and you all realize that you are on the side of a mountain.
Oh, typical.
And will someone roll me a perception check?
I'll do it. 15 plus 2.
You get up, Treble, and you look over and you see you're in the mountains above Movis. And you see the entire city is on fire.
Look.
What?
Look. Movis. It's ablaze.
I didn't do that, did I?
No. It wasn't you. It was her.
You can see with the fires as well, it's not just that the city is on fire. There are huge gouges in the land as energy has cut through the ground.
Oh, no.
We're responsible for this.
How? It's not our fault.
We could have done something.
We need to go.
Can someone else roll me a perception check?
Oh. Oh, 19.
Nice, mate.
19. You look over to the west, Calbo, and you see across the mountains, you see the top of the 3 spires of the Triumvirate Palace. And you see there is this purple energy flowing out into the sky, turning the clouds purple. And you turn around to see, and you see a cave entrance behind you. And you feel in your heart that this is where the dragon folk used to hide when they were during war.
Wow.
And Capri, one last perception check for me.
13.
13. About 15 feet away from you on a rock, you see Proserpine lying still.
Is he gone? And I go,
You go over to him and you pick him up.
Oh no!
And he's warm, but he is very still. And so ends season 1 of The Dragon's Dream of Scorched Sheep.
You animal!
Thank you, everyone. We'll be back in January. And check out the credits because there's a couple of announcements on it. You've been listening to Stig as Stigveld, Candy as Capri Smitty, Biggie as Calbo Greymerkin, Oodles as Treble O'Clef, and me, Gadget, as your DM. Thank you so much for listening through the first season of Do Dragon's Dream of Scorched Sheep. Your support has humbled us and we're so thankful for you choosing to spend your time with us. If you want a chance to be a part of this story, I'm running a special listener one-shot in January to go out before the start of season 2. I'm looking for 4 listeners of any skill level. Are you completely new to D&D? Great! Star of Critical Role? Also great. Anywhere in between? Double great. Make sure to email scorchedsheep@gmail.com or private message me on my personal Twitter @Gadget8bit to have your name added to the hat. I'll be reaching out to people around Christmas to organise the game, and the recording will take place in early January. We're on Patreon. Subscribe to the Scorched Sheep tier at patreon.com/modernescapism to get early access, ad-free to all episodes, as well as art, music, character sheets, and much, much more. You can also submit NPC names and item ideas for use in this campaign. Please leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Good Pods, or anywhere you happen to listen to podcasts. It would make our year to get our first reviews in. Honestly, it really would. Do Dragon's Dream of Scorched Sheep will return for Season 2 on Wednesday the 26th of January for patrons and Friday the 28th of January for everybody else. In between we have an end-of-season wrap-up episode and a listener one-shot, so don't go anywhere, there's plenty of Scorched Sheep content coming your way. Thank you all for listening and have a happy and safe holidays, and I hope you all have a wonderful new year. Bye-bye. Capri slowly strokes Prosserpine's fur. A single tear drips from her eye, falls down her cheek, and lands on his whisker. Proserpine breathes in.